Peace, peace. What's good? I hope everything good with you and yours. Another glorious day. Give thanks, appreciation, embrace life, speak, take it in, experience. You already know. You already saw the title. What makes us stronger? That's a question that applies to our overall experience in this existence of life. But let's start off with some sets. You already know, it's work time, along with some dialogue. That's how we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna start it off with some push-ups. Again, no excuses, but I'm still dealing with an aggravated shoulder. I have my reasons why it's still giving me aggravation or whatever, but nonetheless, we're here to get money. All right, so I got something for that. That bar, it's kind of damp out here. It's wet. Let me wipe that down. It's a good thing I brought some extra tissue, because we ain't gonna let a little dirt stop us from getting this money. And that's the thing, when you work out in the elements, walk with me, throw this in the trash. When you work out in the elements, you learn how to prepare in terms of days like this where it is damp and stuff, ahead of time. Bring extra tissue. I got a tank top that I also could use. So, whatever. Let's start it. Enough talking. So that right there is start off with a quick 10 count. I love you, son. You know that, right? I got my little man out here with me. I was a little indecisive because it is raining. It's drizzling. Consider it raining. It's not at the point of where we could get soaked or anything like that. Let's get this money. Let's get this money though. Like I said, we make it work in terms of putting time putting time to where we're able to work out even while parenting. It's actually a beautiful day out. I think it's the temperature's it's higher than 40. When I checked on the thermostat in the car, it was about 46 or so. but it's not that warm though. It's warmer than what it could be. I'm gonna keep this on for 1 second, just to heat the body up a little more. Nonetheless, we getting to it. If I haven't mentioned, I hope everything is good with you and yours. Meaning you, your loved ones, and those in your surrounding circumference of wherever you may be, and whatever connection you may have to them. Hopefully it's all positive. Let's go. It's a quick 14 count right there. Like I said, as you've seen in the title, what makes us stronger? And that, pertains to many different aspects. Most of it is mental. As far as our experiences, trials, tribulations, good, bad, indifferent. But what makes us stronger? The things that we go through that could bring us hurt, pain, disappointment, and those opposing forces of life or resistance, or what, if we could help it, prefer not to deal with or have to go through. But the reality is we do. Excuse me. So that question, what makes us stronger? Of course, how we cope and how we deal with such circumstances. Let's get it. You good, son? And I wanted to touch on that topic, that subject. So, what I'm looking to do today is push and pull routine. I did a lot of legs this week. Today is Friday. So we're gonna see what it hit for. Let's get it. In terms of how I'm able to perform. All right. So again, I appreciate you all for being locked in, for being tuned in. Excuse me, for your viewership and your interest. Let's get it. So we're gonna start this with the parallel bars. I'm feeling great, and that's the thing too. Let me get this though. Let's test it out. So just that little bit. Let me work it, get in my groove. Let me work it through. Also, what I noticed too with the audio, it's a little better where my voice is heard much clearer. So that's a positive for me. And I look forward to, I look forward to getting that same experience with this recording this afternoon. What's up, son? You good? Huh? What happened? Huh? You wanna go home? Let me just do this, and we out, all right? All right? I thought you know, because I wanted you to get some air, too. Yeah, it's drizzling out here, y'all, but we're going to get to this. We're going to push through. But I wanted him to get some air. He wasn't feeling well this week. He got much better, so talking about my son, he wasn't feeling well. So you want my coat? You want my coat? Huh? You want to sit down? You want my coat? Go have a seat then. Yeah, just gonna keep you warm, you hear me? Right? Keep you warm, all right? It's better? It's better? All right. And I wanted to mention that in terms of what makes us stronger. And I'm gonna touch on certain things that I've experienced that made me stronger. What happened? All right, so lay down. Let's wait. When I finish up, we out of here, you heard? So again, we back at the pull-up bar. We're gonna finish that conversation too. So from that first initial set, just like that, my rep count increased. So as I proceed with this workout, I'm gonna see, or yeah, you know, the rep increase, and that's pretty much my workouts. And as far as getting my groove going, you know, especially with this. But like I told you, my shoulder was bothering me, and I know why. I have a accurate idea. But let me get to this. I'm starting off with the narrow, then I'll widen it. But again, I want to get my groove to where I'm comfortable to be able to go wider. Because I really like wide. I like going super wide. So why not? Let's try it out now. I'll give it a shot. See, that worked out for me, and that felt good. So I'm checking the temperature in terms of what I'm, able to perform. That's how that's going. So like I said, it's a push and pull so far. I did a lot of leg work this week. Peace. Evan Morrow, if I'm saying your name right, salute. Appreciate you being in tune. Evan Morrow told me you plan your workouts so you go as the body. Yeah, I do that too. Good question. Good question. I plan them, and most of the time I go off how I feel. And what I mean is, ultimately I'm always in the mood to work out. I'm always in the mood to work out. However, I do go with how my body is communicating, in terms of what body part or what kind of workout the body wants to do. I go with the appetite of which my body is communicating with me in terms of, in that sense. Yeah, so definitely. So I go with planned or how I feel, but most of the time it's how I feel. That's a good question though. Let me just do this, son. We out. You heard me? I got you. You want me to zip it out? The set. Try it out for yourself. You got it? You got it? Feel better, right? Let me help you out. That's cool. I be doing the same thing. As of lately, I've been keeping track of the weighted sets I've been doing, but if I'm doing straight body weight, I'm gonna give what my body's asking for. Okay. Um. So when you speak about the adding weight, when you speak about adding weight to your workout, to the body weight exercises, so you know, I I take it you're talking about calisthenics, of course. I'm just mentioning that. However, yes, that's so. Those are the perfect times to take advantage of adding weight. Is when your body really wants it. I mean, whether your body wants it or not, the work is going to get done. Everything is still going to, contribute to, you know, improvement and your overall fitness enhancements, right? But to add the weight, and so what I'm saying, I relate to you. Those days where I feel, or the days that I choose to add body weight is where I'm really, in that energy, if you will. With the belt, of course. Yeah, the weight belt, um, the chain belt. I got one of those. I have a weight vest too. To be honest with you, I like the weight belt better. But either or, weight vest, weight belt, that's money. That's money. Definitely overall growth. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Overall, it's definitely overall growth. It really stimulates the muscle, and I love added weight, and I would do it more so. Again, for me personally, it's more so on the days of where my body, I'm really in that that space of, feeling my best, and that's because of me, battling with my arm. No excuses, but still, I have to be very mindful of my approach when my working out. So, yeah, man, I love those weighted calisthenics, though. I love them. Son, nah. Can we talk about that? Nah. So we also have these right here. But right, and you came a long way, man. I seen you trim up a lot since a while. I've been on your channel. Thank you. Salute to you as well. Yo, Evan, salute to you as well. Yeah, and that's the thing. I like to construct on my physique. You know what I'm saying? I want a better body, and like I always mention, it's a it's an exciting journey. When we reach points of progress, results, and it really shows. And those are, and that's where the self motivation, the self upliftment really, you know, benefits that enthusiasm. Really encourages that enthusiasm within. But you know, those weight calisthenics really increase our rep count in terms of when we're not using the weight. The the weighted workouts, you know, we become stronger. And again, we'll notice an increase in our rep strength when we're working without it. So those are those are good ways to increase getting stronger. Salute to Evan. Appreciate your feedback. Word. It definitely does. I put on almost 10 pounds. It's winter, straight weighted calisthenics. Okay. Salute to that. Those are no doubt. Listen. That's the agenda. The thing is, when we putting the work in, that's the goal. We want results. We want to experience getting to higher levels. That's the most important. Eating real well too. That's the most important. You can't forget that. It's very important. Hold on, son. I got you. You hear me? I got you. Be patient. We'll get pizza. You know what I'm saying? Well, because you're being patient. All right? I could change my mind, right? All right, so you gotta let me do my thing, all right? But yeah. Huh? I didn't hear you. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me get some push-ups again. I'm still getting in my groove, y'all. Be honest with you. Huh? You don't? You don't feel tired no more? Talking to my son, y'all. I appreciate me having this patience. We'll get to that. Yeah, so let me get this money. Thank you, son, for your patience. Yeah, so eating is very important, the way you eat. I drink a lot of water. I eat veggies and fruits weekly, okay? Can't wait till one day I bring my son to the park. That's definitely for such great examples. And it's not just me, right? I'm first and foremost, I'm his foundation. But then he gets to also experience the world in the sense of other individuals that practice such a lifestyle or live a certain lifestyle So it's necessary and very important. You know, because you know, one could easily be a parent where, and let's keep it 100. They see the drinking, they see the smoking and this, that. So, you know, they can adopt that. So if we can help it, you know, we want them to be in an environment, in a place of where they dwell, where that is unaccepted. You know, of course, they're gonna get introduced to it, not necessarily, you know, by way of seeing it in the world and such. I mean, life is life. But their first example of their home base is what really counts. Let me hit this bar right here again. Yeah, but definitely, Evan, you know what I'm saying? That's important. You know, they need to be amongst a very productive, a very loving, encouraging household environment. So on those, I'm not there yet. I'm gonna hit the wide, but I wanna work into getting to that. So I'm gonna keep it on the narrow. Keep it on the narrow. I know I got adjustment issues with the camera. I just want to make sure I'm conscious of that. Probably over conscious, whatever. Again, that's. But we work through it though. Like I said, I ain't gonna do nothing to compromise any further that was a much better set on that one. That was a much better set. So even that, like I said, it all add up. That six count, and this right here, working through it. So again, you see the title of the video. Like I said, what makes us stronger? Evan made a good point. Adding weights to our workout. You could do goblet squats, that's adding weight. The weight vest, adding weight. The chain belt, adding weight. Challenging ourselves to each step of the way, each level to gain, each height to reach, you know? So, you know, we're climbing a ladder, you know, so we are aiming high. But again, like I said, what makes us stronger? So I'm gonna give y'all some feedback, right, on that, okay? See, for me personally, soon. So for me personally, this is not the first time I had issues with this shoulder, okay? Now, got my little man, so this topic here, I want to be mindful. Peace, brother. So basically, what I wanted to share with y'all in terms of, so for this shoulder right here, this was years ago though. So I was in jail, and I got into a big bang out in the dorm. So it was probably about, I can't even count. So many people involved in this big brawl, okay? And this is not about a war story, but it's just the reality, it's life, it's my experience, and just just an example of my point that I'm making right now. So we in a big brawl. So I'm fighting like 3 dudes at one time. With that being said, I threw my shoulder out. I threw my right shoulder out. So eventually, they break it up, everything, they, escort everybody to their cells or what have you. But my shoulder was out, my shit was dislocated. Now, and of course, in that environment, in jail, you're not gonna get tended to with no, there's no empathy, nothing. So to fast forward, before I got the proper medical care, now, where the jail at is in my community, there's a hospital right next door. So, they didn't put my shoulder back in. I had to wait. They didn't put my shoulder back in, so I waited. So I had to go through the process of waiting. I waited hours. Literally. Let me get this money. Let me finish telling you, because I don't want to be talking and not getting my money. But what I'm sharing that, I'm speaking on that, because this was a struggle I had to battle with afterwards at that time. Hold on. So like I said, I was in a big brawl. My shoulder came out. I was fighting like 3 dudes at one time. Before the actual initial dislocation, and we banging, bing, bing, right? They raining punches on me. I'm, counter hitting them back, whatever. You know what I'm saying? My shoulder came out. They break it up. I'm in the cell waiting, my shoulder's out. Again, the jail that I was in at the time, the hospital was right next door, so they decided to wait. They bring me downstairs to the medical. I was waiting down there before they transferred me to the hospital to put the shoulder back in. And I'm saying this to say, this is the point, because that was a very challenging moment to where my shoulder's out. So mentally, I had to accept the fact that, and I couldn't do it myself. I tried, and I'm not one of those people where I could just, like how they do in the movies and pop your shoulder back in and all that. So, pardon me, I'm just making sure my son good. So like I said, so I waited hours for them to, put my shoulder back in the socket. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, I had to repair myself. I had to rebuild. And during that time, I was looking at a lengthy bid. So when you're dealing with an injury under those circumstances, again, mentally, you got to be able to cope that, all right, I'm now in a vulnerable position, still got to be in this environment, so I have no choice but to repair myself by working out and going back to the drawing board and how I could become stronger. That's one example, okay? So I wanted to mention that. It's not always an injury during working out. You know what I mean? Because in life, things happen. Car accidents, slip and falls, whatever it may be, So that pertains to the title of the video, what makes us stronger, And then I still had altercations after that, as far as fights and stuff. And it never came back out, thank goodness, but yeah. So I'm just sharing a time in which I had to become stronger and enable for me to get through a very challenging time within itself. Let's get this money. So I'm no stranger to repairing myself, even mentally, okay? Because it's more mental. This ain't no glorification, but it's a time in which I stood the test of time. Believe that. Let's go. Yeah, so imagine that. You throw your shoulder out by way of a big ball in the jail environment, and then you have to wait hours for your shoulder to be repositioned back in the socket. Let's get this money. Woo, that seven count was in my head, you heard? That 7 count was definitely in my head. But what makes us stronger? What makes you stronger? You know? Because it's not just about, and I want to make this clear too, becoming stronger is not just about times of adversity, heartache, and stronger is just simply being amongst the people that love us, meaning supporting somebody else. You know, being uplifting to somebody else. That's strength as well, right? Because it requires us to be stronger for other people, you know, so that they can get through a situation. They could push through. You know, they could heal. You know what I'm saying? And that also strengthens us to see the betterment of someone else, to see, you know, and again, like I mentioned in a community post, that, you know, walking the walk, you know, in terms of the topic in which I speak in regards to positivity. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a very negative attitude for a very long time, on and off. And I had to identify with that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money. Almost, son. Almost. Nah, got a few. Let me elevate. Let me hit some push-ups off of it. Do some declines. Appreciate your patience, son. Nah, that's all right. You know, we fight through the elements, son. So, again, what makes us stronger pertains to many different aspects of dealing with life. We could see the strength in others of how they got through situations. What makes us stronger? So-called failure. We don't do something the right way. Because in order for us to know what we're made of, we still have to go through things. It's a fact. Heartache, heartbreak, failed relationships, you know? All of that's gonna see if we could stand the test of time. How we cope and how we deal with such experiences determine how strong we are. Go ahead, you can say what's up to the people.
Hi. Look at this girl doing.
Ah. Ah. I'm gonna get back up there. That was a quick fall. That was 3. Let's go for 10. Telling y'all that it's interesting because this arm here ain't giving me no trouble right now. This shoulder here is aggravated for some reason. And that last job I worked when I was installing the gutters, and again, no excuse, I'm not giving that an excuse. Make that clear. But with that drill constantly in a certain, because you know when you caulk in the gutter and you drilling, you in awkward. So it could be a few. I got a few ideas of why, but it's not from working out, but it is a part of the working out, because when you work out, of course, initially you're breaking your body down to rebuild. Let's get this money. It's like I said, it's a push and pull routine today, y'all. I went a little closer in on those. Not necessarily a diamond, but just went in a little closer. Tricep coming in a little better on that left side. And it's interesting because of this injury. Yo, it's like, it caused my body to become like lopsided. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to reposition or, you know, realign my body. Be mindful of it, son. No, all right? Be careful. It's like I'm trying to realign my body along with sculpting it to where, you know, I have that even look. You know, one of my pecs is sags, you know, lower than the other. My right side is certain, so it's things that require so much work. And you know, I'm the first to admit. But it's, you know, again, I find joy, excitement to want to make things right to how I see it, you know? That's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the beauty of it. So that in itself is making me stronger. Stronger in the sense of taking in more of a positive self-assessment. That's strength. To think positive in a world full of negative. That's strength. Again, like I said, I mentioned in the community post, and I was talking about attitude, you know, and my attitude has become much better. As I mentioned, I'd rather not be an individual where I look good. I speak about fitness, discipline, and then have a effed up attitude. And I've been in that space many a times where I'm defensive, argumentative, frustrated, irritable, aggravated, when I should have had more self-control in how I dealt with it is what I'm saying. So that type of mindset was expressed quite often. And that's where when it causes a world of problems. Because you got to carry that. Hello, good afternoon. And when I say a world of problems, there's so many people that will match that energy. And it could potentially turn into violence, closed doors, make people not want to be around you. It could stagnate oneself. Because I'm going to keep it on the eye. And even though I claim to have love life, and which I did, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like I was a Grinch or nothing, you know? But a lot of times, I operated in a frequency of anger, rage. You know, it's not a good look, because I've learned that a man who can control his emotions, control his thoughts, control his ways and actions, that's of great strength, inner strength, maturity. I thought I knew, and which I did. But to apply it, it's a whole nother ball game. To apply it, it's a whole nother way. It's a whole nother. There we go. But to apply that strength, it's a whole different aspect in how we represent ourselves. So again, it's push and pull, as you see. I gotta share this also. I got a friend of mine who I work out with. I actually got a short where the gentleman, he does 20 reps. And 20 reps benching 225. And this gentleman, we're around the same age. So let's say about some years ago, maybe let's say about 4 years ago. But some years ago, he had a stroke. And to this day, you would never know. Hold on. as I was mentioning, got a friend of mine who I work out with. We're around the same age. He had a stroke some years ago. Stroke. Had to learn how to walk again. Again, in a state of being extremely vulnerable. To this day, this very day, as I share with you, you would never know that this man had encountered such a life-threatening time in his life, because that man is now benching 315 pounds and more. He's repping out 225 pounds on the bench numerous times, 20 reps and better. Again, I seen this man in his most vulnerable state of taking baby steps, walking, to where now he does what he is able to do. So he inspires me, okay? Again, this is another story of what makes us strong. Peace, peace. TSADAK, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. You don't know me, bro, but you have been popping up on my feed lately with straight positive energy, and I read your entire post about not getting into your, pardon me. Let me reread that. You don't know me, bro, but you have been popping up on my feed lately with straight positive energy, and I read your entire post about not getting into your prison experience due to not wanting to relive it. But you seeking to move forward with strictly positive energy, attitude and energy. Heavily respected. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because, you know, we all know, let me get this money, but I'm going to add on to what you just said. You made a very good point. And again, I appreciate you, and especially taking the time out to read that, because, you know, it's pretty lengthy in what I wrote. So, you know, that means a lot to me, because you took the time out to thoroughly, you know, read what I wrote, and I appreciate that. But I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna answer that question. Well, I'm gonna respond to that statement you made. So yeah, you know, when we scan through the internet, you know, I mean, it's just countless content, you know, based around prison, the streets, and all that. So for me to prolong subjects in regards to those topics and what have you, it's already there, you know, in terms of so much of what people typically, gravitate toward to, because it's entertaining. You know, we know most of the content around drugs, gangs, prostitution, you know what I'm saying? Like, all those topics get a very high um, a high viewership, and I don't have a problem with mentioning it, and I'm not reluctant to mention what I have gone through and experienced, because that is a large part of my background. You see what I'm saying? However, to this day, I still know friends. I still know acquaintances. I still know what is going on in the surrounding areas of the hood. But if I could counter that with giving some feedback to where the individuals who are familiar with that lifestyle, that, that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Or surrounding community of which these realities, are, which is an everyday sight, if you will. Come on, we need more of something that can give us direction to elevate us, to say the least, on that, Let me get this money. Crazy how impactful words are. I feel the energy through the screen, bro. And this live right now just made me realize why we say, you see what I'm saying? Words paint pictures. Yes, indeed. Not that that's too relevant to what you saying, but I hear you. This destructive content can plague us. We got to do our part and just work within. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, again, very good point. You see, we can't control what goes on outside of us per se, okay? But, those slogans or those, in which people, places, and things, that's real. I'm gonna tell you something, right? So, going through the justice system, going through the judicial system, whatever, the justice system and all that, right? So-called justice system, whatever. So when when one is on parole or probation and you're mandated to some form of system, obligated institution of a program or such, one thing I could say, like, there were a lot of things said in those environments that benefited me people, places, and things, solution-based and stuff. So I wasn't the type of person to where I would just write things off and see, because I'm an intelligent person, and I know that information, jewels, knowledge, wisdom, understanding could be extracted from life in itself. So people, places, and things play a part, which is, right, the influences that we could partake in. Let me get this money. We're gonna finish that. Let me hit this bar right here. So So let's talk about it. So me, myself, right? I did a 5-year bid. When I was up north, I'm from New York. So I started off in a medium, and I was active. See, it's a lot of things I would never say on this camera, and I understand, social media is, so many people, they don't have a problem with, giving all details of things and such, but that's not me. Anyway, so like I said, I did 5 years, right? And when I was up north in the state prison, I started off in a medium. I got kicked out. Again, it's not about war stories, but getting it in, getting it on, fighting and all that type of stuff, right? I go to the box. I did almost a year in the box. So they moved me from a medium facility. I go to a max. And with that being said, I was paying attention to my son. And with that being said, those experiences was where, so what I'm saying is what you said, work within, is where the pressure increased in terms of the circumstance, right? When you go to a max, it's a whole different experience than from a medium. And I've had my issues in the max. Again, I'm saying that to say those were points of my life where reflection, I took time out to reflect what changes need to be made on the inside. And that's the point I'm making to the comment you made talking about within. Let's get this money. So anybody from New York, who been up north or know anything about prison, I was in Clinton Correctional, Dannemora, Clinton, Maine. Not the annex, the Maine. The same prison Tupac Shakur was in. It's considered one of the most dangerous prisons in New York State because in that prison, it's not blacktop, meaning there's not a cement surface throughout the yard, okay? It's dirt, it's hills, it's rocks, there's sticks in that yard. It's nothing but dirt. I don't know about now in 2024. I was in there in 2007. So things change. But yeah, it's not a game, you know? And then I went on a transfer from Clinton and I went to Sing Sing. And I'm mentioning this, not glorifying anything, but more so because that was a time where a lot of self-reflecting and the severity of those individuals that I've met who will never go home, who are still there to this day. Let's get this money. I appreciate you being real and vulnerable, bro. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. And you know, and with that, and everything that I share, I got people who are subscribed to me, who know me in real life. And I speak my truth. So it's people who really know me in real life who see and hear this content that I share with the world. Let's get it. I feel like brothers such as yourself who have matured, their temple and mind aren't given that spotlight to really talk on these things. They profit off these institutions and this culture and energy. Yeah, you're right. You're right, and unfortunately, so many people are entertained by it, you know? But you know, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I was there. You know, when I was young, I admired dudes that went to jail, went to prison, You know, I admired, you know, which was going on in my community, even though I felt the wrath of, you know, such environment, such, you know, experiences of adversity, of constant conflict. You know what I'm saying? So I was immersed in that. You know what I'm saying? However, you know, I got a good heart. You see what I'm saying? So one thing I can say for sure is that I'm glad that I'm not cold-hearted. You feel what I mean? Word. And I'm in tune with right and wrong. You know? You know, I got empathy for others and things of that nature. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. You know, because I mean, we all see it. You know, you could be the toughest and they'll off you. You know what I mean? You'll get taken out. Oh. I'm only 20, but I grew up in the South Bronx. And don't get it wrong, I definitely wanted to be a part of shit I had no business being a part of. We was tricked. But like you saying now, the good heart, I feel, took us further. Higher power saw us for us. Them decline push-ups is money. Thank you, bro. And yo, bro, you 20 years old, man. Bro, you young. Yo, I want you to think about something. You 20 years old. 10 years ago, you was 10 years old, bro. When I was 20, you was just born. But I say that to say this, man. You come across as an intelligent young man. Salute to Ryan. Appreciate you for being in the building. Salute to Ryan. You 20 years old. TSADAK. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. You know what I'm saying? But you 20 years old, brother. And you so young. You got the world in your hands, bro. For me to have the enthusiasm, the passion, the drive, the energy that I have at my age, bro, I'm gonna be 43 on Sunday, my G. On Sunday, I'm gonna be 43, my man. I'm telling you this because imagine at your age the endless possibilities, fam, the limitless possibilities that you have to do whatever it is what you want with your life, fam. To achieve, to earn, to explore. Come on, my man. You 20 years old, bro. Let's get this money. Yo, salute to all the young men, man. The 20-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, the teenagers, all the young men and women. Understand and know how precious and powerful you are. For real. Damn. Understand that. You good, son? You good? Come here. So again, when we're talking about that inner strength, when we're talking about working on coping, right? Coping is to process, and then we have a decision to make with what our daily experiences are like, good, bad, or indifferent. I appreciate that, King. 100. And your story is powerful, inspiring. You beat all them obstacles by the grace of God, and how your seed can take it even further. Word. No question. Thank you. You know, and that's, you know, and again, I'm grateful. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Extremely grateful. You know what I mean? You already. And so with that being said, a day at a time. Let's get this money. A day at a time. Hit these pull-ups again. A day at a time. It's a day at a time. Because I still, you know, like anybody else, you know, go through tests within my own thinking, you know, with how I respond to the world. You know, I'm still, you know, exercising my perception of what I'm experiencing on my day-to-day, you know, out in society. You know, I still don't like people being close to me. I don't like people being, you know, in a certain proximity of me. It is what it is, you know? So, that was a 4 count right there. As I always say, all add up. My shoulder is aggravating me. I don't let it stop me. I don't let it stop me. I look forward to future post footage that I share with you all, where you'll see a significant difference in me being in a better space of performance. And so, and the thing is too, I wanted to say this to TS. I'm gonna call you I'm gonna call you TS, right? So I don't say your name incorrectly. But yo, TS, right? And to anyone watching, when we're talking about being vulnerable, right? You know, as a human being, the reality is, one point or another, we dealt with fear, apprehension, doubt. You know what I mean? And granted, some may not admit, you know, or haven't yet, you know, had to experience that, which I doubt. But again, how we cope, process, and not allow that to discourage us from being able to get into a place within to exercise courage, to be stronger, to be fearful, to be able to show up. And that's another slogan of mine I like to make mention of, is to show up. You know, I don't care how uncomfortable it may be. You know, show up. Show up. Let's go. Matter of fact, let me get these pull-ups on this other bar right here. Show up. In life, we got to show up, whether we want to or not. And show up for yourself. I brought my grips with me too. Let me see if my grips will help me out more with those pull-ups. Let me get these push-ups in, and then I'm gonna get back on that pull-up ball. I got a lot of work to be done, y'all. It was a pleasure tuning in and hearing your good energy, bro. But I gotta get off. I'm at the corporate plantation now, but I'ma definitely lock in with you again and show support and love, bro. Stay up always. Blessings to you and yours. Yo, I appreciate you, TS. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love. Appreciate you. Hey, yo, and don't look at it as a plantation, my G. Listen, you 20 years old, okay? How we perceive things, what we tell ourselves, make all the difference. You matter. You, even as an individual, bring great significance to that corporate workplace, work site. You understand? So keep that in mind, okay? We're not gonna phrase it as a plantation or none of that. We ain't gonna do that because you are not a slave. So that is not a plantation. You there by choice. You doing something productive. You making money. You not on no street corner. You could be doing anything else, but you choose to do positive and provide and build something for yourself, all right? Keep that in mind, okay? And then you have, again, endless choices, possibilities to do other, to do or to pursue other endeavors, entrepreneurship, work for yourself. You see? So look at that as a stepping stone to what your future is going to utilize from this experience and beyond. You good? What happened?
Somebody was being mean to me.
Who? Who? Somebody was being mean to you? What they say?
How do it mean that to me?
Huh?
How do it mean that to me?
They was being mean to you?
Yeah, that being stupid. That was mean that to me.
Oh, because they wasn't nice then, right? It's all right. But you know what? Some people are nice, some people are not. You know, I mean, son. It's you know. But you know what? But you know what? You still a great person, right? See, because you know what's gonna happen?
No.
Somebody's gonna be mean to that person. See, they're gonna experience it too. All right?
Okay.
Now, what you gonna say? I'm the best, right? No matter what. Tell me that. Tell me, I'm the best. You tell me that? Look at me. You good? You hear me?
Good.
Say I'm good.
Good.
Come here. Give me a hug. You right? You good?
Yeah.
Say I'm the best.
Best.
Come here. Look at me. I'm the best.
Best.
No matter what.
What?
Right? Say they can't hurt me. I am loved. I'm a good person. I love myself. It's okay to feel like that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're gonna feel better. You hear me? You're gonna, because everybody's not nice. You hear me? Everybody's not nice. You hear me? Everybody's not nice. But you got a lot of people that are nice, right? You still got a lot of people that's nice, right? Give me a hug. We're gonna leave soon, okay?
Okay.
I got a few more sets, all right? Okay?
Are you gonna talk?
Yeah, I'm talking to the people, all right?
Okay.
Let me finish up. It's life, y'all, especially being a kid. Teenagers, you know, those younger years are some of the most challenging. Even adults go through peer pressure, being excluded. You know, we live in a world of, unfortunate, man, we deal with hate. We deal with treachery, you know, merciless, you know, so, excuse me, y'all. It's real out here. Let me get this money. Ah. It's a struggle, y'all, with this shoulder being aggravated, but better days ahead with this working out. Better days ahead. It's a journey. You know, it's a marathon. It's a journey. It's a journey. I love you. You hear me, son? So, with the world being the world in which we live in, and I gotta tell myself at times, often, not everybody is evil. Not everybody got evil intentions. Not everybody is treacherous. There's still a lot of good people. Again, you know, you just never know at the same time. However, we're still responsible of how we conduct ourselves, how we play our part in society. You know, we still got to carry so much of other people's energy, depending on you know what we got to deal with once we leave our homes. Get you some McDonald's when you leave, okay? All right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's hit these push-ups, y'all. Another glorious day. Don't lose sight of that. Every day that we wake up, it's another day to conquer. You heard? What you say, son?
I don't want to go down here anymore.
All right, I'm about to leave.
It looks like it's gonna be dark.
It's not.
But it looks
We
like
good.
it.
Almost. Almost. Let me get this money. Be mindful of the camera.
Got it. I already got it.
Be careful, be careful. Be careful. Tell the people you good.
Good.
That's what's up. Just don't hit the camera, okay? Don't touch it.
Can the glasses touch you?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, because I don't want you to knock it over or nothing. Another glorious day.
Ah.
Back up, son. Back up. Look at this money. Stay over there. Believe me, y'all. My upper body's extremely tight. This arm tight. This shoulder tight. And not just from the pump, but from the contraction of the work and me pushing past the discomfort. So I had a little cut earlier. Yeah, soon. We out, son. I told you I appreciate your patience. Yeah. Woo! That last rep, that was intense. For me to go all the way down and pull up like that, I'm really pushing the limit. It's very uncomfortable. Again, I appreciate everybody who entered the building in the chat. Everybody, salute to everybody in the chat. TS, Ryan, those who are in viewership, much gratitude. You know, special appreciation for that feedback and that dialogue too, TS. You're 20 years old. You got so much life that you could take advantage of and do great things.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, son.
다, 또, 돼, 와가 누가 이지.
That money, y'all. We are. Let's give it a few more angles and we out.
Come on.
I am, son. Like I mentioned, be going live. Ah.
Straight up to the sky. Straight up to the sky. Daddy.
Yes. Lay on the ground. It's not on the ground. You gotta wait till they fall. I'm gonna go wide on this set right here. That was 8. Let me get that 10. Push the limit on that shoulder. My shoulder saying take it easy now. But let's see. That's another thing too. We got to take risk. I ain't saying that we don't take risks. We don't, you know, again, we have to see what we made of. Ultimately, life is going to test us in a way to see what we made of. We're gonna get a few more sets in before we close out. Yo, I ain't count. I didn't count any of these sets reps. I just get to it. I'm not saying that I don't ever, but today is just not one of them days where I kept count. But I know that I did a significant amount, and you saw it as well. We soon to leave, son. We soon to leave. Huh?
Are you putting your clothes on without leaving?
Yeah, we about to leave soon.
But you're putting your shirt on.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We about to leave.
So you put this shirt on.
All right. Can I hit the set? All right, y'all. Let me get this last set. Hold on. Let me get this last. I got you, son. I got you.
This takes a long time.
Just hold it. Stay right there. Do me a favor, okay? Do me a favor, okay?
Ow.
Do me a favor. Try to regroup. Another glorious day, y'all. So the next workout, I know I've been mentioning those burpees, and we're gonna get to that. But I wanna do some tricep work. I ain't hit my tris, I think, one time this week. Yeah, matter of fact, hold on, I'm bugging. When I did that live with the dips. Oh, she doing good push-ups, right, son? Wow, excellent. Wow, that's good. She got good form. That's impressive. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, it's wow. It's a great thing. Man, that's excellent. That's excellent. Wow. Wow. Great control. Great control. That's excellent. Strong. Excellent. Go ahead. No. I'll get out of her way. I'm you know what? I'm invading their environment because this is really for the youth, you know. I appreciate them for letting me partake. Right, this for everyone, but you know what I mean. It's just, you know, that respect I have for them. Yeah. It's okay, and that's good. That's good. That's good. What'd you say, son? Of course. Come on, son. You know that. You know that. Come on, don't start that. Don't be sensitive. You know that. You work out and do. You got the pull-up bar at home, right? Come on, son. Everybody got to get recognition. Everybody's strong, son. Don't be like that, okay? That's excellent. Let me get these push-ups in. Walk with me. I could use this right here for the triceps. You see this bar? Bring it in a little closer. It's pretty difficult. It's difficult because it's really aggravated, really irritated. I'm on the closeout, try to get a few of these in. It bothers me. Yeah, that. I think I worked it. I worked it enough, y'all. But it's another day getting closer to feeling my better self. Let's get these sets in though. Let me see how I feel with this one. Even though it's uncomfortable.
I'll take it back or no? Okay, I'm not. Are you sure you don't want to take it back? It looks like it hurt. Yeah, I actually don't need to take it back. I need it.
But that's the thing about body weight exercises. The good thing is, if you're dealing with an injury, you could at least. You good?
Look at all this snow, baby.
You can at least. What I'm saying is, control your own body weight. Unlike if you tried to manage heavy weight and nobody was there to spot you, you would probably be in more of a compromising state of, hurting yourself or, doing something that you can't control. So even with me having an aggravated shoulder, I'm able to control the amount of pressure, range of motion, because even with my push-ups, you can see that I may have a more extended range of motion or a shorter range of motion, and that depends on how I feel with
Yep, you are.
carrying out
Okay, it's what?
the exercise. But we're gonna come to a closeout. I appreciate everybody who was in tune, who was communicating with me. Great dialogue I had with those in the chat. Again, TS, salute to you. And everyone that takes the time out and to connect with 7 Fitness. And with that being said, I'll catch y'all on the next go around. Peace.